This will save NVIDIA's demand. What is this? Is this real?
Honey, that's wonderful.
Mom, would you tell Charlie that?
This is horrifying.
Once upon a time, there was a baby unicorn.
This can't be real, right? This can't be real. This is like a parody. It's like a Black Mirror. This is...
Hi, Grandma.
Hey, Charlie. How was school today?
I mean,
Really
it's
fun.
literally a Black Mirror episode, which is like the classic meme of the Torment Nexus. In my book, I invented the Torment Nexus as a cautionary tale. Tech company. At long last, we have created the Torment Nexus from the classic sci-fi novel, Don't Create the Torment Nexus. That is what this is. This is literally the thing from Black Mirror.
You're gonna be a great grandmother.
Oh, Charlie. Oh, congratulations.
It's horrible. This is
I love this
horrifying.
moment.
I'd unironically stop talking to someone if they did that. What people have been doing, this has been happening where people, you see this in like, am I the asshole posts on Reddit or whatever? People are like getting text responses from their friends that are obviously AI generated. And that's like so damaging to a friendship. Like if you ask somebody for advice or something and they're putting back ChatGPT, it's so up. It's so cooked. I don't know if this is a real company. I think this might be like a thought experiment or like someone trying to make people angry.
I was born as a very young child.
I was born as a young child. Jesus Christ. Replace the grandma with a computer. She's rambling. You were born as everyone's born young.
I would hope so.
Two-way.ai. Two-way.ai. Human connection. Yeah, I just don't know if this is two-way real. I guess it is. How horrible is that? How horrible. A former Disney actor has launched an AI app that claims to let people speak with digital versions of their dead relatives. A Disney actor? Dude, he even looks like the guy from the Black Mirror episode. There's no way he hasn't seen it. He looks just like him. He looks just like him. It's not the guy. It's a different guy. It's not the guy. It's not a Dom Hall Gleason or whatever, but it looks just like him. That's crazy. He seems like an AI clone of Dom Hall Gleason that Disney made in the lab so they don't have to pay him so much after Star Wars. That's what it feels like. It feels like Disney didn't want to pay him more for fucking Star Wars spinoffs, so they cloned him, and now he's going rogue and making AI fucking nightmare fuel. There isn't a market for this? Yeah, I mean, for all this poo-pooing we're doing, I don't think anyone buys this fucking thing. I don't think it's actually a real business, but it's just what a horrible thing to work on, dude. Trying to replace people's dead loved ones with robots that's crazy. You know, it'd be great though, is like, what if your grandma's really annoying, okay? So even if she's not dead, you can just make a copy of her that's like more chill and like likes talking about your hobbies. Like maybe I want to talk to my grandma about basketball, but she's like, oh, I want to talk about my childhood or whatever. And it's like, come on, let's move on. And now I can get a grandma that actually knows ball. A grandma that knows like all the Lakers stats for the past 30 years. It can like actually drop some fucking heat. It can debate like all-time starting five. That would be sick. Or make her grandma to distract her from talking your ear off. It's just a fucking wave of, I don't know. It's all little Torment Nexus, bro. It all feels a little off, and I'm not a Luddite. It all feels a little off. The thing I can't wrap my head around is like, I'm just thinking out loud here, but bear with me, all right? So you know how, I'm not saying this is a good thing or a bad thing, but you know how like some of you, if you remember, 90s, early 2000s, culture was more monolithic. People will be talking about the same things. There'll be a few big events or big artists. There would be a song of the summer. There would be, people could generally they would live in a similar world, right? You would know what the big movie was, the big Game of Thrones. You know, that's an example. Everyone's talking about the same thing. American Idol, okay? People were kind of united around similar hobbies. And you had your own niche interest, but there was a monoculture that everyone kind of wove in and out of. And as things have gotten more online, we've dispersed into more, you have your unique algorithm and you watch things that are unique to you. I might only see Lakers highlight, whatever. I might see things that is interesting to me and you might see something else. And we might not have a lot of overlap to talk about because we have such drastically different media diets and things that are interesting and news is interesting right now. And there might be very few things that we overlap on. And that's with human generated content in the real world. I do worry about a world where the next step of that is customized AI generated content perfectly designed for you at all times forever. Not only are we not seeing the same reels or TikToks or whatever, the TikToks you're seeing, no one else's, it's just you. Everything you're seeing is uniquely designed and created entirely for your interests. The society is completely individualized. Assuming the AI got good enough, and it's nowhere close, but like, what if it generated a new episode of Friends that's just for you and it's about your hobbies and interests or whatever? And so you've watched this episode of Friends, but it's actually a very lonely thing because you've watched this episode and it's perfect for your interests, but no one else in the world has seen it. No one else has seen it. You're the one of one. You can't talk about it with anyone. And I do feel like there's a trend towards that because human beings seem to prefer it with their actions, if not their words. They seem to prefer the algorithm that gives them things they want and the comments they want and I don't know. It's something I've thought about lately. And there's pluses and minuses too. People are often overly doomer or they don't possibly give the credit where credit is due, which is that one of the downsides of like the 90s, 2000s system is that there was a lot of gatekeepers. People who would be great musicians or YouTube creators, or they would have no chance to make the content they want or the art they want because they'd have to go through very rigid gate-kept industries with few. Like there's a line, right? Where you get more cool, unique, niche stuff, but then everyone gets more niche and they get more fractured and they're more atomized. And I think AI is definitely going to add a lot of juice to this fire where people are just going to get whatever they want at all times. It reminds me, we did on this stream, do you guys remember this? This is like in the early days of ChatGPT. We did like a choose your own adventure or something. It was like a choose your own adventure where we started out running a hot dog stand and ended up killing God. I mean, it was fun. It was chat and me collaborating, and then we ended up making soup for God that was so hot that it killed him. It was kind of fun, but it just made me think of how, like, I used to read these choose your own adventure books as a kid. And obviously, because it's written by a human, it had to have like the Goosebumps choose your own adventure. You guys probably don't even know about these, but this shit was my jam. And it'd be these books where you're reading and it's like, okay, do you want to go down the hallway or go into the classroom? Turn to page 16 or page 32 or whatever. And you'd turn to the page of your choice and then you would go. So you'd have like your own choice. And obviously if you're a kid, you have your fingers in every page to like hold your spot. So if it's a bad choice, you go back. So I was thinking about that video where we killed God and we're like going through all the story. And I think I have him shit his pants and die.
Page 62 and
But like in the book, I can only choose from two options. But in this, I can choose have him shit his pants and die. And no matter what I say, the story keeps going exactly how I want. And I just think content, like I think TV and social media and chatting is gonna be more like this because of AI in a kind of a spooky way. Whatever the fuck you want, no matter what, it's gonna go off in your individualized direction. It's kind of spooky. This is something I've been thinking. I haven't like come up with a grand unified theory on it. I was kind of thinking about predictions 26 recently, like pre-working on the video. And that was something I've been thinking about a lot. And I wanted to share it with you. In a way, streamers are the heroes that hold it together. So fucking true. Yeah, I guess the takeaway is that in these crazy times, streamers really are the lighthouse in the darkness, holding people together. That is so powerful. That is a really powerful statement. Thank you so much for saying that. The issue is that right now people are not paying the true cost for compute time. There's no way that average people don't afford prompts like the chatbots are doing right now. Yeah, that's debatable, right? Because the cost will go down over time, probably quite drastically. But yeah, in the short term, everybody using, right now, people using AI for anything is like millennials using Uber in 2014. It's like, wow, this is awesome. I can drive anywhere in the city for $5 and I can order food. And it's like, well, yeah, it's because it doesn't act, it's very subsidized. Like this is not some dream amazing cost. It's just it will get more expensive. Like everyone's asking Grok stupid shit nonstop on Twitter, and it's because it's subsidized by Elon losing money. But if you ever have to actually make it profitable, you'd have to charge every time you did that. Electricity costs and GPU costs don't go down year over year. Yeah, but inference costs do, and electricity cost per fucking output does. If you're trying to get the same thing, if you're trying to get the latest and greatest model, it's going up. But to do the same thing can get cheaper, of course. It's everything in society, and it will. Same as the internet. Whether it'll get cheaper fast enough is TBD. But like models that were the latest and greatest 2 years ago can run on a fucking toaster now. They can run on a fucking iMac, MacBook. And inference algorithms have already improved their efficiency. This is just dumb. They already have. Do you think there's a point in releasing new models for general public use at this point, for those just using for day-to-day stuff? For whose purpose? Well, listen, I don't think the world needs a new fucking image generator for anything. I think I don't see what is the good output. It's used for either dog shit memes or evil stuff. Like the reason they're putting out their latest and greatest stuff is because they're on this fucking race to pump their stock and hit AGI. Be for real, what good will AGI be? I mean, if used for the benefit of humanity, it would be the greatest thing of all time. Just being real, it would be unlimited prosperity. It would be incredible. The problem with AGI is like nobody knows if that thing will go fucking crazy. And I don't think we're close to it, by the way. I think they've overhyped it. But how do we even know that language models are going down the path of AGI? No, we don't know. The guy from Meta said they're not. He said we can't get AGI through language models, so I'm doing something else. I'm doing a foundation model. We don't know that they're going to AGI, but there's progress. Like things that the AI can do now, it couldn't do 2 years ago. Like a lot of things. I mean, and clearly, I don't know. The answer is somewhere in the middle between some of the most insane people in chat and some of the most insane people in tech on social media. As usual, it's somewhere in the middle.